Speaking of running back, let's talk about it. Gurley's production, he only had 100-yard game, 678 yards on this season. Let's Hill, 465 yards. Smith, 268 yards. Do you see any of these backs getting major playing time and being incorporated in Arthur Smith's system? Do you see Gurley coming back? How do you view that situation?
With Gurley, it's a toss-up. He said he wants to play for Atlanta, and I can understand why, because I think he'll be a little bit better in a run-heavy offense, zone blocking type offense with Arthur Smith will have. Brian Hill, I think, I don't see him returning. As a third down back, Ito Smith, he may hang on for at least one more year. But Quadri Allison, if he can perform like we think he can in training camp and catch Arthur Smith's eye, maybe he could get some carries in, because he's the type running back that Arthur Smith likes. Heavy running back, has nimble feet, has good speed for a running back, but he's a power back, and that's what Atlanta needs. So if he performs well in training camp, I can see him holding on at least another year or two if he can make the roster.
It's interesting you brought up Quadri Allison, because he was on Twitter today talking about he's in grind mode and he would be a lot better and people need to watch out for him. So it's interesting you brought him up. Free agency, is there any free agent backs you think they might bring in for some competition if even Todd Gurley comes back? Or do you think this will be a draft thing, maybe second, third, fourth round for the Falcons?
Well, one running back I like, and I did it on my YouTube page, and not a lot of people pay attention to him because of where he played. And that's Jamal Williams, running back from Green Bay. He was a decent back his first 3 seasons in the NFL. I think he could come in as a great backup running back that could wear down the defense in the second half, because he runs with power and he can also catch the ball out the backfield. So I think Jamal Williams, former Green Bay running back, I think he would be a good option for the Falcons, and probably at a low cost, which I said, cap space is tight. But Jamal Williams would not cost a boatload of money. And I think he would be a serviceable running back, playing behind Aaron Jones in Green Bay. It reminds me of a situation like when Michael Turner was with Daniel Thomason in San Diego. So it's the same type of situation. So I think he's, a legit option for the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, let's talk about that fourth pick. Do you see the Falcons, first of all, staying with the fourth pick? And if you were Terry Fontenot, who would you pick with that fourth pick in the draft? We know they have a need at offensive line. They have a need at defensive line. Some people are going to say even cornerback, safety. There's a lot of the Atlanta people who even think quarterback, they need to build towards the future. If you're Terry Fontenot, what do you do with that fourth pick?
I'm going to be honest, and we've seen it in the Super Bowl, and I've said it before. Penei Sewell, generational talent. The Falcons have to get strong in the trenches. He's the key. If he can play guard until Jake Matthews, moves on, I think the Falcons have a win-win situation. Can't go wrong. But if they trade back, I can see them going a bevy of ways. I can see Michael Parsons, Patrick Surtain Jr. As safety. If they, no matter how far they trade back, I can see an edge rusher. I mean, they just have too many needs. So they trade back, I would not be mad. But at number 4, Penei Sewell would be my pick. Hands down, no question asked.
Appreciate it. That's Antoine Smitty Sports. Go follow him, sports blogger, Smitty Sports Machine. Check him out on the podcast on Spotify. Check him out on YouTube, Smitty Sports Machine. Loved your video on Patrick Peterson. I do think bringing him in will help out AJ Terrell. Yeah. Thank you for joining me, man. Also, Twitter. Can't forget about your Twitter handle, FatBoySlim_21. Thank you for joining me, man.
No problem, man. Anytime, nephew.